All right. So, Celestial Graves' Vitriolic Atonement is their second album. It's a Finnish duo, black metal duo, who play what started as like a ritualistic sort of very Finnish style black metal. And what does that mean? What does Finnish black metal mean? It can mean a lot of things. Nowadays, it means inherently melodic, potentially lo-fi. It means, it doesn't, in this case, it doesn't mean war metal. Uh, they were a bit more aggressive, occult, as it were. And, ritualistic is what I said. I think it applies to like those early songs felt like they were very much a reflection of their spiritual intent. It was a way of channeling their belief system, uh, which is fairly unique outside of black metal in general. Um, so I won't go through a full background. You can read the review here. But basically, I really enjoyed their last album. A lot of people kind of overlooked it. It was very noisy. It was very raw. It was for me, it was kind of a standout sort of hidden gem among Iron Bonehead's like very busy year that it came out in. I think it was back in 2018 or something like that. 2020 or so. And so now they're on the 2019. So now they're on the Sinister Flame, and the style of this record has it hasn't necessarily changed, but they're writing music now. Now I know that sounds kind of fucked up, but really, the first couple of releases early on, they were just exploring the spiritual aspect of it, and then it's almost like after the first record or the first full length, they sort of challenge themselves with writing memorable and deeply melodic pieces that have modern guitar influences, flowing streams of melody, but not in the pure classic sense. So there's a lot of what I would consider uh, modern guitar techniques that are both cinematic and taking from various indie rock circles and things like that are not very well known. Uh, it's similar to what a band like Stargaze has been doing, more and so in the last like 10 years or so, but at the same time, it's much more modern. I don't want to say modern, there's no other way to kind of put it. If you consider what their label mates, oh shit, uh, Etheric, what they're doing, this is sort of accessible and readable in the same way, but this is still very raw, still very dark in a different way. Less rooted in the uh, maybe more naturalistic side of black metal. Think of like early over. This is not that. This is something that's a little bit more postmodern, a little bit darker, and really makes song-sized statements, which it reads as very memorable music under a drape of very like lo-fi, serious black metal approach. So it's an album that I don't think a lot of people will give the time of day, but everything about this, from the detail of the art to the way they've written these songs to the sort of way they've laid out the lyrics and the song titles and all that, uh, it kept drawing me in more and more for listens. It's a pretty quick listen. It's not particularly long, and yeah, I just felt like this was the sort of step up that I hoped would happen after the first album or the first full length, and it's a little bit more than I expected. It's there's some damn memorable guitar hooks. There's some it's like a condensed form of atmospheric black metal's post metal adjacency, but all those are dirty words now. But when you'll understand what I mean when you get into it, it's not so disgustingly saccharine that you won't enjoy it or that it'll be predictable. So um, that's a, you know, I'm not, I couldn't get much deeper with it because it is such an obscure, personalized thing, and I think that it will just naturally appeal to the right people. It's just that kind of thing. So I definitely would recommend it, and one of the better black metal releases of September.